Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a legal case that serves as a huge lesson for anyone renting a space, whether it's for your home or your business. Let's get into it. We have Mr. Bird, who rented a small 320 square foot unit to operate his recording studio. He signed his lease on July 25th, ready to move in on August 1st. He paid his security deposit and thought he was all set. The building itself is quite large, with about 17 units, though only 5 tenants occupy them, some using multiple spaces for things like collections or wholesaling. Now, here's where the trouble starts. Just a few weeks later, on August 23rd, Mr. Bird's studio was burglarized. All of his very expensive music equipment was stolen. Devastated, he decided to sue the landlords, claiming they were responsible because of their lack of security. So, the judge asks the obvious question: what does the lease say about security? Mr. Bird looks through his very long lease agreement and has to admit, there's nothing in there about security, not a single word. He tries to point to a clause about damage and destruction, but the judge quickly dismisses it. That clause is for situations like a fire or a major leak, things that make the building structurally unsafe. It allows a tenant to break the lease, but it has absolutely nothing to do with theft or a burglary. The judge then brings up a critical point: renter's insurance. Why didn't you have insurance, she asks. Mr. Bird explains that he was in the process of shopping for it. He said his agent told him it might be difficult to get, but he also felt safe. Why? Because before signing the lease, the landlords allegedly pointed out that they had 24-hour active surveillance. He relied on that promise. But the judge is not moved by feelings. She states bluntly, your feelings are nice. I'm glad you felt safe. That's what insurance is for. This is a key takeaway, folks. Verbal promises are one thing, but if you're relying on something as important as 24/7 surveillance, it needs to be written into the lease agreement. If it's not in the contract, legally, it's almost as if it was never said. Renter's insurance is your personal safety net for your belongings. It exists precisely for situations like this, whether you're in an apartment or a commercial space. Then, Mr. Bird presents another shocking claim. He says the key to other tenants' units could also open his door. He even says he has video evidence of this. This sounds like a huge security failure, right? But the judge counters with a practical piece of advice. She says the first thing she does when moving is change the locks. It's a common practice for securing your own space. Bird replies that he was told he wasn't allowed to change his own lock. The judge immediately asks, where does it say that in the lease? Show me. Bird admits it's not in the lease. It was something he might have heard verbally from another tenant, and only after the burglary happened. Again, the judge reinforces the point: if it's not in the written lease, it doesn't hold up in court. The lease is a binding agreement between tenant and landlord. Hearsay from another tenant after the fact is not a contractual obligation. So, what can we learn from Mr. Bird's unfortunate situation? First, read your lease carefully. From start to finish, understand every single clause. Second, if a landlord makes a verbal promise about security, amenities, or anything else important to you, get it in writing. Add it as an addendum to the lease and have both parties sign it. Third, and this is non-negotiable, get renter's insurance. It's your primary protection against theft, fire, or other disasters. Don't rely on your landlord's insurance, which typically only covers the building structure itself, not your personal or business property. And finally, take proactive steps to secure your space. Unless the lease explicitly forbids it, consider changing the locks to ensure you are the only one with access. This case is a tough but valuable reminder that when it comes to legal agreements and protecting your property, what's in writing is what matters most. Don't learn this lesson the hard way. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe and be smart about your rental agreements. See you in the next one.